The judge who buried the HOR the morning began like any other. Coffee brewed, the scent of toast lingered in the air. My two kids, Alex and Sophie, chatted excitedly about their upcoming soccer tournament, while I reviewed case notes for an upcoming federal court session. Peaceful, normal, until a letter slid through the front door with a sharp WAP, another HOA notice. I sighed. They were relentless lately petty warnings about mailbox paint, lawn edging, and a missing bush. But this one was different. Final warning. You are in violation of HOA residency requirements. Immediate eviction required. All unauthorized. Minors must be removed within 24 hours. Minors. My pulse quickened. I reread the line. The HOA was demanding I evict my own children. My property sat outside their official jurisdiction, verified by my attorney during closing. County zoning maps proved it. I grabbed my phone and called my lawyer, Elliot. They've crossed a line. They're trying to evict my kids now. Same scare tactics, he muttered. I'll send another cease and desist. They're bluffing, but they weren't. The next day, I returned home to a disturbing silence. No laughter, no video game sounds, no chattering about soccer. My kids' shoes sat untouched. Their backpacks were still by the door. I called out. No answer. Panic gripped me. I called their phones, straight to voicemail. I called their One had seen them. My heart pounded as I dialed 911. My children are missing. I told the dispatcher, trying to keep my voice steady. They were home this morning. They're gone. Police officers arrived within minutes. They combed the house, asked questions. Neighbors gave nothing. Then an officer near my mailbox called out, "Sir, we found this." He held a letter, HOA stationery, as your unauthorized tenants have failed to vacate. The HOA has taken steps to ensure compliance. Your children will be held in a safe location until this matter is resolved. My knees nearly buckled. I had presided over cases involving criminal syndicates, drug traffickers, even domestic terrorists, but never had I seen an HOA commit kidnapping. That's a confession, one officer muttered, reading over my shoulder. Yes, I said, eyes narrowing. And they have no idea who they're dealing with. A neighbor, Miss Harper, pulled me aside. Judge, I saw a black SUV leave your place. This morning, 2 men in suits. The kids went with them. They didn't look scared, but it was odd. They headed toward the clubhouse. We moved fast. Police escorted me to the Willow Creek HOA clubhouse. Inside, Karen Wilkes, the smug president of this suburban dictatorship, sat behind a mahogany desk. "Ah, Judge Carter," she purred. "I expected you." I slammed the letter down. "Where are my children?" She smiled. "There with interim guardians at a board-approved facility." "That's kidnapping," I growled. "Let's not be dramatic." The officer beside me stepped forward. "Ma'am, disclose their location now, or you'll be charged with felony unlawful detainment." Her composure cracked. "Lakewood Christian Academy," she whispered. I didn't wait. I ran. I stormed through the school doors, cops in tow. "Room 200. E14," the principal stammered, clearly confused. I burst in. Alex and Sophie sat at desks, guarded by a woman in a navy suit. "Dad," they cried. I pulled them into my arms. "These children are under HOA custody," the woman said. "No, they are not." The officer cuffed her on the spot. Karen Wilkes and her board had just made the gravest mistake of their lives. They'd taken a federal judge's children and called it compliance. Now it was war. Back home, the neighborhood buzzed with whispers. Residents avoided my eyes. The board members pretended they had nothing to do with it. I called Elliot. Prepare everything. I want federal charges filed. I want civil suits stacked. We're ending this. And we did. We uncovered years of embezzlement, fake fines, shell companies. Karen had been paying herself a salary. The treasurer was laundering money. The vice president financed a vacation home, using HOA dues. 2 weeks later, every board member was indicted. Karen got 15 years. The HOA was disbanded. All fines refunded with damages. But I wasn't done. I bought their homes during foreclosure auctions. One by one, I acquired every board, member's property. When I controlled enough, I held a vote to permanently dissolve the HOA. It passed with 92% approval. I hired a demolition crew to rip the HOA sign from the ground. I turned the clubhouse into a community center. No more fines, no more abuse. But that wasn't enough. HOAs were a national problem. I testified before state lawmakers, told them what happened to my family, helped pass the HOA Accountability Act. Then I started the Homeowner Defense Fund. We gave free legal aid to anyone being harassed by HOAs. Thousands of cases overturned, fraud exposed. We sued the corporations behind the HOA racket, management, firms, developers, real estate interests. They folded under pressure. Stock prices tanked. Executives fled. We made HOA abuse a national scandal. News stories, documentaries, memes, late-night jokes. HOA power evaporated in the court of public opinion. People across the country voted to dissolve their HOAs. Membership became voluntary. Fines became regulated. Board members faced jail time. HOAs went from feared institutions to punchlines. And every night, I sat on my porch, coffee in hand, watching my children play, free safe, because I had destroyed the HOA that stole from us. And then I destroyed them all.